Hello everyone and welcome back to Killershrewfan's 12 Days of Reviews. Let me be the first to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you all. As you all know, this is the last day of Killershrewfan's 12 Days of Reviews. We have done 11 reviews, today we'll make 12, and in order to celebrate, I wanted to do something truly special for all of you. I wanted to review the most sought after and controversial dinosaur toy of 2018. I am of course referring to this. The Extreme Chompin' Target exclusive Legacy Collection Spinosaurus by Mattel. Now, as you are all aware, I'm sure, I actually did an unboxing video of this toy a couple weeks back when I first got it. And in that video, I did say I would not be taking it out of the box. But then circumstances arose where I was able to acquire a couple more. So in honor to celebrate the end of Killershrewfan's 12 Days of Reviews, I will be unboxing this one and giving you guys a closer look at it. Even though, I feel like I don't even have to unbox it and talk about it for you, because this figure truly speaks for itself. I mean, just look at it. It's absolutely incredible. There is so much going for this figure, and it's easy to see why it is so desired in the collecting community. As always, we're going to do everything we usually do here at Killershrewfan's Killer Toy Reviews. We're going to give you guys a closer look at the packaging, followed by one of my awkward unboxing sessions, and then we're going to give a closer look at the figure itself, complete with size, action gimmick, comparisons, you name it, we're going to do it for you here on Killershrewfan's Killer Toy Reviews. So stick around. Alright, let's do this! The box is everything we've seen before with the Legacy Collection. You've got the nice Jurassic World Legacy Collection logo in the top left corner. I love the amber quality to it and really gives this thing a throwback feel. On the bottom left corner, you've got the Tyrannosaurus Rex peeking out from the bushes and giving a triumphant roar. Kind of funny that we see her on the box for the Spinosaurus. Even with the Spinosaurus, there is no escaping the Tyrannosaurus Rex being the face of the franchise. Sorry, Spino fans. And if we move along the bottom of the box, you can start to see the Extreme Chompin' Spinosaurus written in several different languages there. And then a bottom right corner diagram shows the action feature of this Spinosaurus, which are extreme chomping jaws, obviously. And then the back of the box, the backdrop is the gates of the original park featuring the flames and everything, and then you can see a push button indicator so you can try this Spinosaurus out in the box. The back of the box features a lovely diagram of the Spinosaurus, kind of digitized there, and it is squaring off with the Extreme Chomping Legacy Tyrannosaurus Rex, and there you can see Gigantic Bite Spinosaurus. And I do love the box art on this. It pops so much, the colors are so vibrant, and it's really cool that they decided to do the square up on the back of the box as well. Here you can see the Jurassic World Facts app reminder reminding you to download this app so you can get a digital copy of your dinosaur and learn all sorts of facts about it. The bottom of the box features all the other items that are available in the Legacy Collection. You've got a Pachycephalosaurus, Baby Rex, Robert Grant, or Dr. Grant and Robert Muldoon, excuse me. Whew, that was bad. Alright, that's enough about the packaging. I say it is this time we set this Spinosaurus free. So, we're going to take our trusty dusty scissors here, and as with many of Mattel's products, this one comes disassembled, so it is a one and done opening thing.
You can't put it back in the box.
So after this, he will be kept out and on display, and yeah, it's gonna hurt the collector and me, but we are going to go for it here. So without further ado, you can see he's got a little thing holding him up here, and just, oh, no going back now. So there's that one, and I'm not sure where the other ones are. Oh, you know what? I know how this works. Bear with me here. We're doing this live. We'll do it live. We're doing it live. here is our Spinosaurus, and as you can see, he is missing something that would be most beneficial to him. It's the tail. So, this is just a simple matter. Popping it in, follow the red line, and it's in there. And you can twist it around, rotate it, all that good stuff. And here is our Spinosaurus. Will he stand? That remains to be seen. It might just be our review space. It usually is. There we go. Our Spinosaurus free of that cardboard prison. And I gotta say, out of the box, this thing is impressive. It is beautiful. It is eye-catching. The detailing is impeccable. I am so in love with this, and I cannot wait to give you guys a closer look at this figure. So without further ado, let's do this. So starting off at the head of this Spinosaurus, Mattel absolutely nailed it with the sculpture. It is quintessentially the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 in sculpt, and the eye is there, the teeth are individually sculpted. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it looks so much like our favorite Jurassic Park 3 villain dinosaur, which is just so awesome. I love all the details, I love all of what's going on the head here. If we take a look inside the mouth, you can see that the roof of the mouth has been sculpted, and there you can get a better look at all the individually sculpted teeth. And the bottom of the mouth has also been sculpted. You've also got that tongue that sits way back in the throat there, and it's all been painted a lovely reddish pink color and given a nice glossy sheen. If we move down the length of the body, you can see starting on the neck, you've got larger scales and smaller scales. You've got scales of all sizes on this thing playing off of each other. It looks so incredibly naturalistic and lifelike, and then once you hit the midsection, you can see some good indications of the shoulder blade there, the rib cage, along with more lovely sculpted details. The scale work on this Spinosaurus is just impressive. I mean, it is so varied in its overall design with the scales, yet it looks so incredibly naturalistic. There's never a point where my eyes are like, whoa, what's happening there? That looks wrong. You know, it just looks so good. And as you can see, the sculptural details continue all the way down the length of the tail, as does the paint job, which is absolutely awesome. You can see that they carried the red all the way down to the tip of the tail, which deserves applause on Mattel's part. Moving back up the opposite side, it's really the same story in terms of the sculptural details. You've got scales of varying sizes and shapes, some lovely folds of skin around the thighs, and then you've got a good sort of rib cage going on there, more wrinkles down around the gut, which is absolutely awesome, and then a good shoulder blade, and then the neck also features all the folds of skin, scales, you name it, it's been addressed here. And then we come back up to that beautiful Spinosaurus head. Moving along the underbelly, you can see the detail that has been sculpted into the lower jaw there, along with the gullet region. And once you hit the midsection there, you can see there's a different style of scaling going on down here. It's a lot more leathery looking, which is absolutely awesome. They didn't just go ahead and do nothing or do the same thing. They gave us a totally different style. And the folds of skin down around the gut are absolutely awesome. This looks so incredibly naturalistic. And you can see on the back right foot, you've got the Jurassic World emblem, which has been moved from the thigh to the back right foot. And then, of course, on the back left foot, everyone's favorite part, it is the QR code, so you can scan this Spinosaurus into your phone and get a digital version of it. So if you want to scan this into your phone and add it to your collection, now is your chance. Taking a look at the feet here, as you can see, they are painted a sleek black. The toe claws are painted a sleek black, and you've got some lovely plate scaling going on the back of the toes. If we move up the legs, you can see some lovely sculpted musculature in the calf and ankle region. It looks incredibly powerful as the left leg braces this creature against the ground. You can see the thigh is bulging with muscles. The anatomy in these toys is often not disappointing, and this Spinosaurus is no exception. It looks so incredibly powerful. They really captured the menace of this dinosaur in the musculature and anatomy. They did not make it look weak. They made it look incredibly intimidating and strong. This Spinosaurus does not skip leg day, nor does it skip arm day, because look at this. Look at these arms. The forearms are absolutely bulging. The biceps have so much definition, and the hand claws have been painted, which deserves some commending from Mattel. They usually don't do the hand claws, but they did on this model, and it is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for that. And as you can see, fingers feature plate scaling on the backs as well. Okay, now for the iconic spine of the Spinosaurus. As you can see, they did sculpt in the individual vertebrae, which is an awesome detail. But overall, I'm left a little cold with this spine. Not because it's poorly sculpted, it just feels really small in proportion to the rest of the body. It feels like there's not much to it. And I think that's a little unfortunate given the fact that it is so iconic, that the thing is named after its spine, and yet it is so small here. Speaking of things that are a little small, the tail, I feel like it has a good length. Don't get me wrong, the length feels okay. I just feel like it gets a little too thin, a little too fast, if that makes sense. Like starting from the base, it's already thin, and then it just gets thinner and thinner. I wish it started out a little thicker and then thinned down a bit. But beyond that, everything seems pretty well proportioned. The feet don't seem overly large. The arms are a good size. It's just the sail and the tail need a little work in terms of the overall proportioning and whatnot. So yeah, that's really my only grievances from a sculptural standpoint. Beyond that, the detailing, it's great. The detailing on this thing is fantastic, and it is very much the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. They have captured it to a T with this sculpt, so good on you, Mattel. Alright, in terms of the points of articulation on this Spinosaurus, it's pretty much what we've seen before. You can rotate the tail around a bit. I have seen people say that theirs is a little loose in the tail, but the legs can go forward and backwards. They kind of have their snap-in points, but they can go out from the thigh region. And then, of course, you saw the foot rotate there. The feet can be rotated to give it a nice even standing space. The arms can go forward or backwards. They can't really go out. They don't rotate out on this one, which is kind of unfortunate, but hey, I don't really need them to, so I guess it's okay. Yeah, they're kind of stuck in there. I tried. The feet, like I said, can rotate around, just like on the other Mattel figures, to give it a more sturdy standing space. And then, of course, the neck has points of articulation as well. It's got these carved out regions, so you can rotate the head up and down or the neck up and down. So, yeah, a lot of posing options on this Spinosaurus. And then, of course, the jaw opens as well. But yeah, the head can rotate freely of the neck, or the neck can rotate the head as well. Mattel really gave us a lot of options. I mean, it's just little things like this, like just allowing the head to be free, that can really change the overall look of a figure drastically. But anywho, these articulation points give you a lot of posing options. You can get it in this sort of reared up pose, kind of like staring down an opponent. Here you can get it in sort of a low down stalking pose, or possibly a pursuing pose. And then you can kind of get it in this sort of hunkered down, looking up pose, possibly squaring up with a larger adversary, although what's larger than the Spinosaurus, I don't know. But yeah, I really like the posing options on this thing, especially this tall up one. Really gives it a proud and regal look. As far as the action gimmick goes, I kind of screwed the pooch on this one. I think I deleted the video where I recorded the action feature. But yes, just like the Legacy Spinosaurus, it's got that button in the back of the neck, and you push it, and it opens up and gives a massive roar and chomping action, just like the Legacy Rex here. The tongue was fixed. It doesn't have that weird xenomorph tongue anymore, which is awesome. In terms of the size of the Spinosaurus, it is absolutely massive. If we bring in our trusty dusty tape measure here, we're going to give you an official measurement. From the tip of the tail to the front of the snout, you're looking at right around 21 inches. I won't pretend I know how many centimeters that is, but from the base all the way to the highest point, bear in mind it's subject to change, but it's about 11.5 inches, just under 12 inches off the ground. So an absolutely massive model when it's standing at its fullest height and length. For size comparison, here is the Spinosaurus next to the rest of the Spinosaurid family by Mattel. You've got the Baryonyx Roarivore, the Suchomimus Action Attack, and of course the Big Daddy himself, the Spinosaurus. And I think these two size up really well with each other. These three, excuse me. Not just from like a toy perspective and a Jurassic Universe perspective, but from a scientific perspective. The Spinosaurus might be a little big, but hey, this is Jurassic World, so I'll forgive it, but the fact that it's Baryonyx, Suchomimus, Spinosaurus in that order is really awesome to me. Next up for size comparison, we are going to go ahead and bring in the extreme chomping Legacy Tyrannosaurus Rex, and as you can see, these two size up very well next to each other. The extreme chomping Legacy Tyrannosaurus Rex is obviously supposed to be Rexy and not the T-Rex from Jurassic Park 3, but the size of these two definitely plays off of each other quite well. If we rear them up to their fullest height, as you can see, the Spinosaurus is bigger than the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is completely accurate, even with the T-Rex kind of standing at a very weird angle. The Spinosaurus comes up just a little bit higher than the Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is awesome. And just from like a fan perspective, this is just so cool that we have two toys that size up so well next to each other. And with the repaint of the Extreme Chomping Legacy Rex, that is going to look more like the Buck Rex from Jurassic Park 2. I think fans are going to be really excited because that's going to look like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park 3 just as much. And it's going to make a great diorama, these two with each other. They're going to play off of each other really well. And next up for a fun comparison here is the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Spinosaurus next to the Hasbro animatronic Spinosaurus. And as you can see, the Hasbro version is bigger. Unfortunately, if you were hoping to get a demonstration of the Hasbro Jurassic Park 3's action feature along with this, you will be sorely disappointed. Mine does not work. But this was probably one of the best things that Hasbro ever gave us in their time with the Jurassic Park license. And even then, it does not look as good as this Jurassic World Legacy Collection Spinosaurus. The Legacy Collection version is so much more accurate in terms of the sculpt. I think the paint scheme is a little better in terms of accuracy on the Hasbro iteration, but obviously everything else, Mattel takes the cake. Even with the action features, which were awesome on this animatronic version, the fact that they were so weak really hurts it. And this Spinosaurus is simple yet effective, which definitely earns it brownie points. And finally, for a size comparison, we're going to go ahead and bring in our good friend. It is Chris Pratt, and as you can see, oops, there he goes. As you can see, these ones size up really well next to each other. Chris Pratt comes up to about the knee of the Spinosaurus. It looks like perfect scaling, if you ask me. Based off of my memory of Jurassic Park 3 and the comparison with the humans and Spinosaurus, this seems absolutely perfect. Well, everyone, that is going to do it for our look at the Extreme Chomping Legacy Collection Spinosaurus by Mattel. Overall, this figure just knocks it out of the park. It is quintessential. It is just the perfect Spinosaurus figure for the Jurassic franchise. It looks identical to the film counterpart in terms of the overall sculpture. It's just a couple of things like, the proportions of the sail, and I guess I didn't really talk about the paint scheme in this video, but it doesn't exactly feel like the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus. I think they went a little too red with it. I would have liked to see a little more browns, a little more pinks, but for a $25 action figure, I think they got the idea across. It could have been better in terms of the paint, but they definitely got the idea across. If you were to ask me who did it better, Kenner, Mattel, or Hasbro, Mattel all the way. Hasbro put up a good fight on this one, but Mattel just absolutely killed it with this Spinosaurus, and this Spinosaurus stands as proof that Mattel deserves the license for Jurassic and deserves our money and our unwavering support. I mean, the distribution has been shoddy with this one, admittedly, but if you can get your hands on it, it's just incredible. Well, everyone, that is going to do it for our look at the Mattel Spinosaurus, and that is going to do it for Killershrewfan's 12 days of reviews. I want to thank you guys all so much for tuning in during these 12 reviews. It's been a lot of fun, and honestly, your support and views and comments, that is the greatest gift I could ever receive. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate your support. If you enjoyed our review today, don't be afraid to let us know by hitting that like button, and don't forget to subscribe on the way out. And from my family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.